What deserves more mystique from the 1997 finals? Scottie Pippens trash talk or Jordan's maybe flu, maybe pizza game?
Nike has made a lot of commercials over the years that are exceptional. None better than this 10-hour documentary that we are making for them as we continue to talk about all of the mystique around Michael Jordan and now Scottie Pippen. I love what Stan Van Gundy said on our radio show yesterday, where he's like, I want everyone to know that Michael Jordan is not more of a competitor than Udonis Haslem. He's not more of a competitor than JJ Redick. He's just a lot better than them. However, when Scottie Pippen walks by Karl Malone and there is time to think about these things and he whispers into Karl Malone's ear, the mailman doesn't deliver on Sundays, and then a free throw is missed, it is one of the circumstances that I would point to and look at and say, that is a spot where I can see someone who is mentally strong having mental frailty in that one spot where you're at the free throw line, you have time to think and catch your breath, and you can think about something going wrong in that situation. Usually these guys are muscle memory and they don't have time to think, but that situation gives you time to think.
It's Scottie for me, largely because I feel like I am the Scottie of this group. Like Dan is the Jordan, Pablo is the Phil Jackson, which if you really think about it, makes sense. I realize generationally it doesn't check out, but he's the Phil. I'm the Scottie insofar as I am the meek one. I never think of the perfect zinger in the moment, right? It's always like 45 minutes later where I'm like, oh, I should have said this. To have the perfect insult in the perfect moment and then have it bear that sort of influence on NBA history is like my ultimate fantasy. It is the fantasy of betas everywhere. So I love that Scottie pulled that off.
The Jordan thing, man, Michael Jordan, if he is the Michael Jordan we are told he is very mad at Tim Grover now because the pizza game just isn't the same as the flu game. Like, the flu is one thing, and that's even before the flu became what it is, obviously, in the present tense. But eating bad pizza and vomiting uncontrollably and managing to be functional afterwards, do you know how many pizza games I had in college? Like, that is absolutely a thing that far more people can claim to have done. The flu game, something quite different.
We should probably mention that Tim Grover said this to Barstool, said it wasn't a flu game, it was a bad pizza game. But I don't want to let go of what Mina said. First of all, you can't make me Michael Jordan. I like you as Scottie Pippen. I like him as Filipino Jackson. It's what I've been calling Eric Spoelstra for a long time. I do like you as Filipino Jackson.
Filipino Jackson. I mean, Dan, you don't want to be Jerry Krause.
Wait. I will take Filipino Jackson because for the first, I think 6 months of Dan and my friendship, he thought I was a Mexican Jackson.
That's true. Torre, it's a Hispanic name. Torre's a Hispanic
Torre.
name.
I get the confusion, but colonialism does weird things to a person's name and identity.
Pablo is also a Hispanic name. I feel like I'm okay thinking that you were Hispanic at the beginning.
You're okay also because Bomani Jones thought the exact same thing.
I will be texting both of you in 45 minutes with the perfect comeback.
Flu-like symptoms.
Now that, of course, was Marv, and that became the lore because it sounds so great coming from Marv. Tim Grover, MJ's trainer, has long said food poisoning through the years. Some ill-intentioned dudes in Utah. He's still saying that. That's going to be part of this week's Last Dance. I mean, we have arrived at the Last Dance here. But let me start here, Jackie Mack. Flu game or food poisoning game for you?
I'm telling you what, food poisoning game is a lot more impressive. Have you ever had food poisoning? When I have food poisoning, I'm up for 20 minutes, I vomit, I go back to bed. That's a lot harder to play through than the flu.
Okay, Frank Isola.
Jackie MacMullan, 4-3.
Here's the thing. When those of us that were out there in Salt Lake at the time, we heard this story. Everyone said it was some pizza that he ate. Maybe don't eat pizza in Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Well, you're getting the point for that, Marv, because that was flawless. Yes! By Frank Isola.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.